What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the BSP Podcast. I am your host, Brendan Petrilli. Baseball's back, baby. Let's go. Been talking about it for the past couple weeks. Phillies baseball is back and better than ever. Dinger Delphia is in full effect. Phillies take 2 of 3 from the Oakland Athletics to start opening weekend for the Major League Baseball. Yeah, took an L Sunday, rough. 2 hits before the 9th inning home run by Jimmy Siggs. But hey, you're not going to win them all. Baseball's a long season. And the main consensus from that last game was they're hitting the ball hard. They just weren't finding the spots. And then you look at the flip side of the A's, they weren't hitting the ball hard. They were having little jam shots fall in the right spots. And that's how they were scoring runs. That's how they were able to put up 2 extra ones in the 8th inning there just to give them that cushion. Sometimes you don't always hit dingers to win baseball games, and that's going to happen. If you take 2 out of 3 every series, I mean, you're going to be a good baseball team by the end of the year, and your standings are going to look good. So, I mean, not too much to take away from that last game. More so excited about this pitching staff might hold up. They might hold up to stay with these bats, even today or yesterday, Sunday. You know, Eflin goes out there 4 strong innings. That they were saying his pitch count, and that's why they took him out. Eflin's like, hey, I definitely could have went more, but he understands. You know, he's been banged up. He's coming back from some stuff. They're babying him into it. He looked good. Kyle Gibson on the Cy Young Tour, 10 Ks for a start. I mean, the dude was throwing dots left and right, getting guys swing and misses. And then even Aaron Nola had a solid outing, a standard Aaron Nola, where he's dominant for, 5-6 innings. And then all of a sudden he just starts leaving that pitch up, man. It's when you see it, the way he throws, he doesn't get on top of that baseball. If you're watching on the YouTube, got to get on top of that baseball. And he kind of just like pushes it. And that's how he gets that movement. And the ball just tails back over the middle and it's yard every time. Been his biggest problem, but still solid outing. They got to get a feel for when Aaron's going to hit that wall. You think that he's going to be able to get you through 7, 8, 9, but he just hits a little bit of that wall where he just can't get on top of those pitches, and that's where he gets hurt. But all in all, I mean, it was good starts from the 3 guys at the top here. Now you look forward to this Mets series coming up here. Hopefully the bats get back to normal here, get moving. Hopefully we get some better weather the next couple of nights than it was on Sunday afternoon. And that's all the guys are talking about, how cold it was. I mean, yeah, but you still got to be able to hit. And the other team was able to hit a little bit. So it'll be interesting. A big test to start the year. Mets went out and spent a lot of money. Phillies went out, finally spent a lot of money again. 2 teams, a lot of superstars all over the lineups, and they got to be able to produce here, or else it's going to be a long season if you can't beat your rivals. You got the Mets, you got the Marlins, back-to-back series here. This week is going to be a fun week. And hopefully we'll be here maybe another time this week. I don't know. I'm just super busy at nights, working nights for Baseball Academy. So it's rough to get stuff out for the next morning, but I appreciate everybody for clicking on the YouTube page, on Spotify, Twitter, Apple Podcasts. Go check out the videos. Go follow me on all social medias at BSP Podcast and at Brendan Petrilli. I'm getting more involved with the Farzy Show now too, which has been absolutely great. Go check out that YouTube page. It's been popping off. It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of awesome content coming up, not just the Phillies, but now we got Sixers playoff action. Playoffs. Joel Hans Embiid finishes with the NBA scoring title. First big man to do it since 1999 when Shaquille O'Neal did it, 99-2000 season. I mean, I was 2 years old the last time that happened. Think about that. It's exciting. Texting a lot of my friends, Doc Rivers, bro, he's got me so out on this team, and it's just absolutely terrible. I want to be excited. You saw how excited the Harden trade, but man, it's just hard to get up, and you're going to go and you're going to play this Toronto Raptors team that you've been struggling mightily with this past month. It's going to be a tough series. I think they prevail here. The Embiid will get you 2 wins himself, and then the rest of the team will make up for it, hopefully. James Harden will have one game where he'll drop 30 plus. I'm feeling it. Where he's gonna have that coming out, tell everybody shut the fuck up. I still got it. A lot of talk where he's getting old. He is, but the dude can still ball, and that's where I kind of want to go with it. Here is where this trade, and you hear a lot of people hating on Harden. A lot of people, all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but it was electric for the first 2 weeks, and now everybody hates him. Guess what? He's the best opportunity you had at this deadline to be able to win a championship. He is. Who else were you going to bring in for Ben Simmons? And look at it the other side. Ben still isn't even going to play at all this playoffs. Do you go and you get the MVP, multiple-time MVP superstar for a guy that's not even going to play all year to pair with an MVP candidate that you have to win now with? Because he's not going to have many more years. I'm talking with some buddies, 3 more, maybe, if we're lucky, knock on wood. And that's all you're going to get from Harden. So another 3 good years. This is the best opportunity you have, and we just got to rock and roll. I want to get more pumped up about this, but you got a tough first-round matchup with a guy that's a great coach for Toronto. Won a championship not too long ago. Piecing it together. Always able to just float around that a little bit above 500 mark after they got rid of their superstars and Nick Nurse, It's going to be rough, especially with Doc Rivers. I mean, I could go on rant and after rant about that guy. Get out of here, bro. You kind of just hope they lose in the first round, and so you can just get the fuck out. Go to LA. Go for it. See you later. Go deal with LeBron, bro. But you got to win now. We got to get ready. We got to get amped up for the Sixers team. It's going to be tough. Now, my biggest question is, who are you most excited about? These Philly sports teams. Got the Eagles draft coming up. Didn't even really talk about that. That'll be something if Sean ever gets on the horn with me here. We'll definitely talk about that with the draft coming up, where the Eagles make a trade, how he goes, get some assets for Carson Wentz. If you look at it in the long stretch here, that Colts pick, they trade back to next year with the New Orleans Saints. So you'll have 2 next year. You got 2 this year. And you picked up a second and a third, too, on top of it. I mean, it was a good trade for the Eagles. You knew they weren't going to hold on to all 3, nor did I really want them to. Because what are the odds Howie Roseman's going to hit on one of these? If one first-round pick, let alone all 3? Come on, So you'll have some assets where Jalen Hurts your guy this year, and then you see what happens. And then you have the assets to go and get a guy in a Bryce Young or the guy from Ohio State next year if you want. Who are you most excited about? Is this Sixers playoff run, the Phillies start of the year in Dingerdelphia, or the Eagles draft coming up? Maybe even the Flyers. Everybody's down on the Flyers. It is what it is. They got to blow it up. They got to rebuild, and we'll see. But thanks, everybody, again, for listening to this episode of the BSP Podcast. A little Trilli In Ten here. Quick action for you. Make sure you go check it out on TikTok at Brendan Petrilli, YouTube page, BSP Podcast. Check out the Farzy Show. We'll be more involved on there, too. Shout out to the 215. Go Birds. Ring the bell, baby. Go Phillies. Let's go. What are we saying? Here we go. See you later.